Hello, I'm Avry Krywolt, and this is my video for the Stepping Up Entrepreneurial Spirit Award. Before I get into the most important aspects of an entrepreneur, I think you should know something about me first. I don't subscribe to the typical model of success. I believe, based on the experiences of those around me, that the perpetual pursuit of happiness through more money and more material items simply doesn't work. I'm very academically inclined, and I intend to make a pretty successful career for myself over the years. But I also know that I will always work a job that I love over a job that pays better but I don't like as much. I already have some experience being an entrepreneur. I've created and continue to produce the climate podcast Innovating a Bright Future, where I have to network with industry professionals in the renewable energy sector in order to get interviews for the show. I'm also responsible for marketing, audience growth, and monetization, and even though my audience is still relatively small, I've managed to double my initial investment on the project. I've learned a lot from my podcast, and it's become very clear to me that the most important aspect that any pioneer or entrepreneur can have is initiative. If you want to build something, a business, a podcast, whatever it might be, you have to be able to very clearly envision the end goal that you want to see and always proactively work towards that without waiting for direction or support from others. It's not easy to create something brand new. You'll probably have to do it alone for the first little while. So it's important to have the confidence in your vision and the will to always move forward, even if you're unsure if what you're doing is effective. I think the most destructive thing for entrepreneurs is fear of failure. I've failed many times in many different ways through making a podcast, and I don't rely on that for a weekly paycheck. I'm slowly figuring out how to do it properly, but it takes courage and determination to push through failure and view it as a learning experience every single time. Entrepreneurship is 90% learning. No one has made a blueprint and laid it out for you when you're trying to create something on your own. It takes a lot of personal development and learning from personal experience to get to the point where you can call yourself a success. That's why I think that for entrepreneurs, you always have to be open-minded and ready to learn new things. If you don't, you will continue failing in the exact same way over and over, and that continued failure will be a true test of your courage. Arrogance is ineffective in entrepreneurship. An entrepreneur that's unwilling to learn or develop because he's too confident in themselves will continue to fail in the same way and will be dismayed. Whereas the ability to accept advice and criticism as a constructive tool and use it with humility will open the doorways for success.